Alright everyone, Shikai Hogan here, reporting for the festival. So today we are back in Forza Horizon 4, and we're going to have another car, obviously. And for today we have a new car, I guess. I'm not too sure if it's actually new, but in terms of year number, it's fairly new because it's a 2019 model of McLaren. McLaren 720S Coupe, apparently. Not Coupe, it's basically has roof, a removable roof here. So, yeah, we're gonna do that, like that. And the livery that I'm using here is based on a character from Black Rock Shooter, well, and it's Black Rock Shooter herself. And it was made by SMG06. I'm not sure if the last two would be two-digit numbers or just one letter or the other is numbers, but I'll just call it SMG06. So let's have a quick look around, because this particular itasha livery is certainly an interesting one for me, because, well, on the view where you select a livery from the creative hub, you'll see it like this, right? So you have from this side right here, the main view piece of this car, we have the characters, right, which is Black Rock Shooter, and, well, you cannot paint the roof because, well, when you're driving it's removed like that. But on the front we have her chain goes through there, and then on the side is just flames. Yeah, that's right. This is a symmetrical design, which is pretty rare for making itasha, because usually if you're making itasha, you'll have either just one character on the front or two characters on each side. No, one character on each side, I mean. So you have a character here, a character there. So this is an interesting design take, because the BRS herself, yes, that's the acronym for Black Rock Shooter, is actually has her left eye is burning as well. So, are flaming. So this kind of represents that, which is really interesting, alright. Well, I do see a lot of potential with this guy making more, well, a better livery, because if he improve in terms of shading, because right now the shading is quite flat, almost as flat as BRS herself. I'm pretty sure he can make it better, really. Like, there is a lot of room to improve. It just have to, well, he just have to spend some times, because this is already pretty interesting design, because how he make it asymmetrical and making BRS herself more visible by putting a blue background behind her head. So that is really some interesting design take. Even though it's compared to some other livery, this one is fairly simple. This has some potential. This guy has a lot of potential. I wish I see more of these guys in the future. So anyway, this is right here that I'm using is the 2019 McLaren 720S Spider. Ah, right, it's Spider, not Coupe. The Coupe one is the one with hard top. This one with the removable top, basically. So the specification of the car is fairly standard. It counts as modern supercars, but this right here, this stats right here, the S29AA, is actually the maximum that you can reach with this car, because you cannot go any further after you put on everything. I mean, you can remove the rear wing if you want to get to 990, but sacrificing handling for the PI is stupid, to be honest. I mean, if it's adding more stats, yeah, sure, why not? But the thing is, it reduced the handling stats, which, well, it's 9.9. So yeah, almost perfect considering acceleration, launch, braking are all 10. Speed not so much. I mean, usually McLaren is better for handling more than, well, not really. The one that's better for handling is actually the Aston Martin, but it's also pretty good for handling as well. Well, basically they're the rival between the two in terms of handling. And this is the stats: 708 kilowatts with 929 Newton meter torque. It weighs 1,261 kilograms with the weight distribution towards the rear because the front only has 46%. The displacement is just under 4 liter. This is already maxed out, so yeah. Cannot go any further with this. With the current modification that's available for this car, so yeah, you cannot really use it on like adventure, but if you just want to have fun, this car is pretty fun, which I'll show you real quick. Like here. And by the way, about this livery again, just before we go, there is two variant of the wheel that you can pick up for this car in terms of coloring. One is this based on black color, and the other one is blue. I picked the black one because it blends so much better with the overall body color. So yeah, it's a matter of personal opinion. I mean, there is the blue one, but the blue one is way too sticking out for the car style. So yeah, I picked this one out. So anyway, let's go on this race, and we are gonna go on Leghurst Corps. I said corpse, aren't I? Leghurst Corps circuit. 3 lap, run around. And what you're going to face around this specific car type would be something like the 2017 NSX, KZ1R from Ascari, ATS GT, bunch of Audi R8, BMW i8, which, bunch of Ferraris, that's always nice to look usually. A Ford GT, only the latest one apparently. Bunch of Lamborghini. I mean, well, that's also pretty typical, really. I mean, well, if there is Ferrari, of course there is Lamborghini. Lexus LFA, which is one of the nicest car that I've been driving. Bunch of McLarens, obviously, except for the Speedtail, because the Speedtail is the supercar or hypercar, not too sure. Nissan GTR, the R35 variant, all of them. Some Porsche 911, which is always nice, and the Russian K1, which is actually one of the nicest car that you can drive on S2. So alright, let's just jump into our 720S Spider and see how it performs. So obviously I try to max it out, but I feel like this car is more focused towards the handling, because the handling is not bad for a wheel drive swap. Yes, that's right, it's also a wheel drive swap, which I rarely do simply because usually it's enough for some cars, but for this particular car it's not enough. So I just you know, let's just push it even more so it can go to as close as it can get to 998, and well, it's just 10 points short, but that means it's so far behind compared to the properly S2 build. But that doesn't really matter if you can drive this car, because at the end of the day, you want to be able to drive your car nicely here and there, you know? Rather than having, oh yeah, the car is good, but you cannot drive it anyway. That's just dumb, usually. So, you know, it's better to have more handling than speed, in my opinion. I mean, well, you'll have, you'll always have a problem of not having enough speed against them on the straight line, but on corners, they cannot defend their position forever on the corners, you know? Especially if you fight another amateur driver like me, for example. You will be able to catch them on the corner rather easily. But if they are really competent, like really competent, that like they don't even get pressurized, it will be very tough to overtake them around the corner because they usually block really well. But yeah, still geared towards understeer because this is actually Forza anti-roll bar setup that I'm using, which is actually not that bad to use for once. Usually they are terrible when you swap it to all-wheel drive, but this one is not so bad. But maybe it's also the fact that it's a mid-rear engine type, so you know, it has less understeer because how more balanced it is. Yeah, and also try not to hit the destructible objects in this car because it's going to slow it down. Oh, that's a dive in. That is a really nice dive. I like that. I really do like that. But yeah, this car will struggle on the straight line, that's for sure. It only goes up to 355 if you push it and if you give it the time, but well, you don't have the time in. You don't have all the time in the world for that, but at least you have the acceleration that you can use with this car. I can just play a bit safe here because they are struggling on the corner. But if you face a player that's actually good at cornering, it will be very tough to fight them with this car. But since I'm fighting an AI most of the time, maulanamp is my best friend. Just remember, if you fight an AI on the race, corner is your best friend because AIs really hate it because they're slowing down really tremendously whenever they saw a corner. So best lap is 58.416. So much faster than the AI. I mean, some of the AI even goes to 1 minute. There is one guy at the very back that goes 58.8. That is very close. That's the closest one, but he's the one on the back. So that's kind of unfortunate for that guy. And he's in the Ferrari 488 GTB. What a shame for the driver. So yeah, handling wise, there is some understeer, but you know, just brake. Yeah, well, you can brake a bit later with this car because how the car behaves. It brakes really well. So you don't have to worry too much about the understeer if you know what you're doing, and you can go out from the corner really easily with that all-wheel drive acceleration. So you know what? Let's jump onto the next one then. Alright, we are on the Lakeside Sprint, and this is a sprint race, and I haven't set it up enough, so I can go with fellow modern supercar, but well, anything goes usually a pretty nice race as well. So let's see what we can do around here, shall we? There is a lot of fast flowing corner on this particular route because yeah. Oh my god, this focuses. Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of fast flowing corners. Oh, what the hell! Chaos ensues with this AI. I cannot drive for today apparently. The first place is just running away further because the fight on the back. I don't think I can go up to the first place. I try to dive bomb. I already commented to the turning, which is unfortunate. And the AI even wall ride. That's right, even the AI wall rides. If you never know the situation before, they always there is a meta back then where you should just wall ride to win a race. Which, well, that's not how you win a race in real life, obviously. But because how these games goes, there is no friction for side-to-side driving. People just wall ride everywhere back then on the ranked adventure, which is ridiculous. So I had to slow down that one because the car understeer is just too much to handle. But well, I'm doing so much better than the air on my back. But yeah, the first place just run away because the flight on the back is just ridiculous. And yeah, sometimes they can run away really far from such a nonsense, you know. Sometimes it doesn't really matter how good your car is, the AI will just run away. I mean, look at that. Look at that cheating AI right there. The Audi TTS, which is, well, it's pretty good for rallying on S1 class, alright, but it only has 929 PI performance index. So it's no way in many ways to be competitive, and yet it goes so much faster. That's just how Forza bullshit works really sometimes. I mean, yeah, there is no rubber banding. No, there is definitely rubber banding. Like those bunch of Ford Focuses, for example, the WRX. These cars that I'm fighting are pretty nice on S1, but on S2, they are not much for a proper supercar and hypercar most of the time. I mean, there are some exceptions, which, well, usually still pretty high-end sports car anyway. Like, well, it's not even high-end sports car. It's already on the class of supercar. So, you know, it's just bullshit. Man, Forza bullshit never tires me, alright. Yeah, there's the cheater face there. I mean, I could have got closer to the first place if I can, but oh well. Alright, we're on Lake District Sprint. I'm back with the fellow modern supercar. And well, there is the ATS GT this time. Interesting. Is that ATS GT? No, it's not the ATS GT. That's CX-75. I never get that. Huh. Someone will probably sell that for a very high amount. The CX-75. I'm probably missing that. Maybe next week I'll have one of those. Because there is a BMW as well. We'll see. Alright, here we go. And the rear-wheel drive always launches so much worse in this game, and this Lamborghini just brake check me. Are you nuts? Come on. What have you done to this to me? I love your car. Oh, that was a really risky move from the outside. I actually lost a lot of grip there. For once. Sorry about that scratch. But I had to get closer to the front pack. Yeah, even one of the AI just go out, even with this particular class of car. That's already fairly good. Yeah, the reason why the AI earlier went haywire everywhere is because, well, the cars aren't built for that class, and the system of this game is actually forcing it to go faster than it should. Whoa! What happened to that Lamborghini there? It's dead. It's very dead. That Lamborghini's race is over. Oh, I went a bit too fast either. Oh yeah, that one corner is very tricky because it's just on the small bridge that is really hard to turn. The elevation is unforgiving on that one. Oh no, my race is over. My race is over now. No, okay. Okay, the guy on the back is is stopping. How kind. I'm pushing a bit too much this time. But that's nice somewhat. Yeah, I really want that CX-75. Yeah, I could get better, but it's so close. I could do it better. But I think it felt nice, you know. It just has some understeer here and there. But other than that, it's fine. Do I even have the CX-75? I kind of forgot. I'll check on that later. But for now though, the 720S Spider is actually pretty nice, just like the 720S, except it has an open roof that you can open up. And unlike the 650S, I think. Was it the 650? Let me see. The one. There is one that is also has it. The 650S Spider. This one is actually doesn't remove the roof, which is really unfortunate because everyone expecting, oh, this is an open, this has a removable roof, so it should be without the roof, right? But no, they just make the roof. They put the roof there, so it's pretty much the same as the 650S. And I have 12 to 12C. Okay. Right. So the 650, no, the 720S Spider is a very nice car. It has a pretty good handling, and if you can tune it really well, the understeer will be eliminated very easily, I think. Yeah, I think I should just try to stiffen the rear and should be good enough to turn around here and there. Other than that though, this car is very fun to drive. Very exciting. I even got to be a bit more overconfident than usual, which is really dangerous if you drive one of this car. Got overconfidence and you'll crash, just like what I did. Alright everyone, Shikai Hokan here, reporting for the end of the world. I mean, the video. Hope you guys enjoyed today's content. If you like it, feel free to activate that like button. If you want to see more of my content, you can put a mark on my head with that subscribe button. And lastly, any kind of support and feedback would be really appreciated. So, thanks for watching, and remember, I'm keeping my eyes on you. Keep on living, buddy.